All right, video's on. Hello, everybody. Wave, Ken.
Oh, over here. Hi.
All right. Let's get this down here. All right, I think we can start. Let me get the notes up. All right, here we go. Ready, Tom?
Ready.
Okay.
Hi, Tom.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
This is State Representative Bob Kozowski, and you are listening to Garden City Community Chat. Now here's your host, Carrie.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike Jones. This show is dedicated to the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours. Well, hello, Garden City and the surrounding communities. Thanks for tuning in tonight. What's going on here? Hold on. Okay, we're good. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You are listening to GC Community Chat, show number 263. Can you hear me? Okay. For October 1st, 2015. October already. Can you believe it? Tom, feels like winter out there.
Winter? Oh, let's not go that far.
Well, you know Richard's not happy, right?
I know, good thing he's not on the show.
Yeah, how the heck did October happen already? Holy cow. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight are my co-hosts and our favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how are you?
Good. I just got my Snuggie on. No, I'm just kidding.
You got your Snuggie on? I love it. Mr. Mike Jones is not here yet. He has been delayed at a Kiwanis dinner, and hopefully he'll show up. Richard called in with some last-minute campaign commitments. So, hey, Tom, it's just me and you holding down the fort.
We can do it.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
been doing it for years.
Yep. 5 years, matter of fact.
Yeah.
As you know, Richard's running for Westland City Clerk, so it gets a little busy right now for him this time of year. But, hey, like I said, we got Tom here, and we'll be doing fine. Okay, I've been looking forward to welcoming our guest for tonight. She is a first-time visitor to our show and also one busy lady. DDA Executive Director Kim Dole will be here shortly. We have a lot to talk about with Kim, including the upcoming chili cook-off right around the corner and several other events that we both will be involved with and much more. Tom will be here shortly with the crisp weather forecast. Joy and Holly once again have their gardening tips, and tonight they are bringing it indoors, and they're going to talk about do-it-yourself cleaners where you can save some money and help the environment a little bit. And as always, Mike, if he gets here, is going to have some community announcements for us, so why not sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and tonight that might be hot chocolate, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. Okay, first up tonight is our favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and then we'll get Joy and Holly in here. So let's get Tom in. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Dr. Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Yeah, like I said, burr.
Yeah, like you said, also get some hot chocolate to the studio. I mean, now you're getting me hungry. Hot chocolate is one of my favorite things. I mean,
Yeah, Kim too, I
doesn't
think.
like hot chocolate. But yes,
She's fanning herself,
it's
though. I don't know.
kind of cool and chilly as we get into the early morning hours.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of sunshine during the daytime hours, but this air is pretty dry. So what that means is when the sun goes down, those temperatures drop with them as well. And we've been in the 40s the last few mornings, and we're going to be in the 40s again as we get into tomorrow morning. We'll probably be in the mid-40s. We're not expecting any temperatures to really affect crops or anything vegetation-wise. I'm not expecting any frost, so that's great. But definitely on the cooler side, definitely another blanket or get the dog on the bed to definitely keep you warm. And as we get into a Friday, we'll see, again, another sunny day. We'll see some clouds like we have been seeing the last few days, but nothing too dense out there. But again, the breeze will be again present like it has been in the last few days, and that will keep those temperatures on the cool side. You'll definitely need a jacket or a heavy sweater as you go out and about tomorrow. Temperatures will probably knock it out of the low 60s, so that's another cool day out there. And as we get into this weekend, I would definitely keep those sunglasses at home. I don't really see a whole lot of sunshine this weekend. Probably the entire weekend we'll have clouds. And they probably will be not too much rain. I'm not expecting a whole lot of rain this weekend because the whole thing is connected, and I'll get into why I don't think it's going to be a rainy weekend. I just think it's going to be a cloudy weekend. But if we do see a little bit of rain, it's not going to be a whole lot. And those temperatures this weekend are going to be cool as well, like I've been saying. Those temperatures are going to be in the 50s and 60s over the weekend. And as we get into next week, we're going to be clearing out a little bit more, and we'll see some more sunshine. But another very quiet week as we get into next week. I don't really see a whole lot of issues to deal with. And those temperatures, again, will stay a little bit below average with temperatures in the upper 60s throughout the whole stretch of next week. And they'll probably get a little bit on the cooler side during the night. Not as cold as we've been dealing with the last few nights, probably lower 50s. So if you're not ready for a complete jump in with fall, we're gradually getting into it. But yeah, it's definitely been cool the last few days, and I don't really see a warm up anymore. And we're getting a little too late in the season, Kerry, for a big warm up. So if you're missing that heat, you may have to wait until next year. But
yeah,
see how that goes.
Yeah.
But as we expand outward, the weather has been very busy across the eastern United States. Briefly, just going through the western United States, there really isn't much going on. There really isn't much rain, which they need, and there really isn't much systems out there. They're dealing with a big ridge out there with high temperatures. And the upper Great Lakes, luckily north of us, in the upper peninsula of Michigan and northern lower Michigan, Wisconsin, and parts of Minnesota have been dealing with those temperatures where you do have to worry about frost and freeze conditions, and they've been doing it with those temperatures the last few mornings. So a lot of frost and a lot of temperatures actually going below freezing. So definitely much colder up there, so we're not ready for that, and I don't see any temperatures like that, so that's some great news. The biggest story in the weather news is this hurricane, Joaquin, that has been really battering the Bahamas the last few days. It really hasn't been moving, and it has been strengthening there. And so if you know anybody in the Bahamas, luckily all the cruise ships, if you will, have been obviously canceled and not going to the Bahamas. But the Bahamas have been battered extremely bad right now with this hurricane, and currently are right now because we're dealing with a Category 4 hurricane with winds of sustained at 130 miles per hour with higher gusts, a lot of rain. And this has been a very, very stationary, if you will, hurricane over the Bahamas. It's going to start moving. Obviously, that's the biggest question, is where is it going to go? The last few days have been very troubling in the weather world with all these forecast models going all over the place, and obviously nobody really knows where it's going. And these forecast models, if you're not really in tuned or know much about it, basically is these lines on a map where they think the storm is going to go. And all day yesterday they were pointing at the East Coast was going to get slammed by this, except for one model, which is the European model, which has so much money invested into it. And it's now starting to pay off because now all the other models are now following that guy. He was just an outlier hanging out as it goes out to sea, and all the other ones were on the East Coast. And now the American model, which was going into the East Coast, is now following the European model. So he's kind of like the leader as it's pulling all the models out to sea. So European model is a very good model, and that was the only model that wasn't predicting a landfalling hurricane. And now it looks like the majority of that hurricane is not going to make landfall in the United States, which is some great news.
Yeah, that
because
is.
they're still recovering from Hurricane Sandy and all the impacts with that. But nevertheless, there is still a very grave danger for the East Coast. Now, I want to get into this because this is going to be a very historic event for them. Across the Carolinas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, especially, that all three of those states are going to see very historic rainfalls with the system, because there's a stalled out front that's going to be going all throughout that region, and it's still going to get some tropical moisture from the system, even if it's not directly impacting them, because the system is so large and so broad. Basically, they're going to see historic rainfalls as we get throughout the weekend. These rainfall amounts could be over a foot of rain, and even close to 2 feet of rain. So that's going to cause a whole lot of problems across the Carolinas with widespread flooding, and you'll see that as we get through the weekend. You'll probably see it on the news. Lots and lots of flooding is expected across that region. And the biggest thing I could tell you is, even for here in Michigan, when we get these heavy downpours in Michigan, you always want to turn around, don't drown. People have no patience in the world anymore, and they just want to get home, so they go through this flooded roadway, and they sometimes get into so much trouble where you could die because you don't know what's underneath that water. There could be a giant hole. There could be, and you don't know what's under there. Sometimes you get lucky and you can go through, but most of the time they just say don't go into the flooded roadways. So we'll see how that goes. That's how people die, and that's how people are not listening to the advice that I give them. But that's usually how that goes. And people never really listen to the weatherman. They always blame them, but they never listen to them.
Yeah,
The life I live. But that's just the advice that I could give them if anyone's listening in that neck of the woods. And the last story I have for the night is non-weather related. It's kind of the space astronomy story. Last week I was talking about this eclipse that was happening over the weekend, which did happen. We did see some clouds, so we didn't really see too much of it. Obviously, there was some breaks in the clouds, so we did see a little bit of it, but not a complete cycle of it. And the other big news is that NASA has now confirmed that there is water on Mars, which is a very interesting concept that they're saying. There obviously isn't water like the Great Lakes on Mars. They're saying that they have seasonal rivers of salty water on Mars, which an observer has, one of the Mars reconnaissance observer has noticed over the last few months, that it has seasons where the water flows and then it evaporates, and you can see those streaks on the surface of Mars, which is very unprecedented. They never really thought there was actually present water on Mars. And obviously the other thing is that rover is still on Mars, studying it and going all over the planet. So there's a lot of new information coming in on Mars. Obviously, the goal down the line is to actually get humans on Mars, just like that movie that just came out. Hopefully, but hopefully we're not going to be trapped on Mars. But it's pretty interesting. I just wanted to briefly touch on that. You never know if there could be life on Mars that we have not found out, or in the universe to begin with. But I just wanted to briefly touch on that. But if you want to keep tuned to this cool weather, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
All right, Mike, question?
Oh, no, I was just wondering if we could send Donald Trump as the first person to Mars. I take it, Tom, that Michigan and Maryland football game is at noon is going to be in pretty good shape weather-wise.
Yeah, they changed the time.
Yeah, they changed the time because people are getting so worked up about this hurricane, but they will probably get the game in. They probably won't cancel it because they moved it up. But I do believe they'll get the game in, as this hurricane is now looking like it's not going to make landfall in the United States. So that's some great news.
Yes, sir.
I know it's a little ways out, but what's the chili cook-off weather look like?
I don't have that date in front of me.
October 10th?
Week from Sunday.
Week from
October
Saturday.
10th, Thursday. Thursday does look like a good day. I don't really see any big problems, like I said, of all next week. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s, so, I mean, that's a little kind of like chilly weather, so I think we're going to be good.
Okay, so it should be all right, you hope?
Oh, yeah, I definitely don't see any problems, so.
Okay, good. All right, now that we have the weather report, let's get our gardeners in here, Joey and Holly, and then we'll get to our guest.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. As we grow a garden, we do it for the benefit of the healthiness of the food that we grow. We also save money by doing so. We can take this concept indoors by creating or making our own homemade cleaners.
When you make your own homemade cleaners, you not only save money, you also save on the chemicals that are in those cleaners, which are not good for you. So you can do lots of things in your home. You can use vinegar, you can use baking soda, lemon juice, the blue dish soap that everybody knows what that is, and you can make a combination of many things. You can even make your own laundry soap by using just a few ingredients as well, and it's more cost efficient. It's going to be better for you. One example of something that I do is a simple floor cleaner. I use hot water, vinegar, baking soda, and sometimes a little bit of Dr. Bronner's liquid cast-iron soap. I recommend that for a lot of different cleaning. You can use that to clean your home and also to clean your body. So, and that's very good for your skin as well. So there's a lot of different options for you there. You can just go on your favorite search engine now that maybe you have more time, you're not gardening, or when you get more time, look up different home cleaners, and there's something for everybody there. Now, I'm not saying if you get in a situation where you get the flu or some sort of stomach bug where you shouldn't use bleach to sanitize things or whatever, that's perfectly fine. But day in, day out, if you're just wiping off your counters or mopping your floor, you don't necessarily need bleach for that, and that's when the home cleaners are really nice.
For more information on home cleaning and how we make our own laundry powder detergent, our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazines, you can find all that information at
the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com.
For the health conscious organic gardener worldwide. For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joey Baird.
I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thank you, guys. So would you like to be a part of the conversation here tonight? Would you like to ask our guest a question, or any of us? Well, all you have to do is call 1-724-444-7444 and enter call ID 82757, followed by the #. Or you can join us in our chat room by going to TalkShoe.com and search for show ID 82757. Takes you right to our main show page, where you'll click on our large join in button. A window's going to open, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. You can also text your questions to us at 734-788-9319. And if you can't join us live here tonight, we have that covered too. All our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of you do, on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, where we'll be posting the audio from tonight's show when it's made available, about 30 minutes or so after we sign off. Or once again, you can go to our main show page at TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757, and you'll find all 263 shows over there. We're also in iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. And if all that wasn't enough, Mike, we are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be available on our YouTube channel sometime tomorrow at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please look for that, and while you're there, why not subscribe to the show? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. All right, I just want to mention that if you would like to be a guest on our show, like Kim tonight, we still have plenty of dates available. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization, would like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities, then just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we will shoot you some available dates, and that is all there is to it. So contact us today. Okay, she has been waiting patiently. Okay, let's get to our guest for tonight. I said earlier that she is one busy lady, especially now with the chili cook-off. I'm sure she'll be glad when that is over. That is upon us very soon. Please welcome Garden City DDA Executive Director Kim Dole. Kim, thanks for coming on tonight.
Well, thanks for having me, Carrie.
Absolutely. So after serving almost a year as interim director, you were appointed in April of this year. God, it seems like you've been longer than that.
I have to agree. Some days it seems like it's been a lot longer.
Yeah, it does. So then April of this year, you were named full-time executive director of the DDA. So why don't you give our listeners a little background on the DDA and your responsibilities, boundaries, where the money comes from, et cetera.
Okay, I guess I can do that.
Is that good?
I sure can. The DDA was established by the state back in Garden City, it was 1987, I believe. So we've had several directors since then. Mm-hmm. Our main purpose is economic development. Mm-hmm. So we try to not only attract businesses into the downtown district, but also to retain them, keep them in there and viable and successful.
Right.
We get to do a lot of the fun stuff too, like the chili cook-off, which is coming up real quick. Okay, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That's
there.
all right. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Yeah,
what are the boundaries of the DDA, the district?
That's where I was going. The boundaries are actually, the DDA district goes on Ford Road from Harrison down to Henry Ruff, and on Middle Belt it runs from Bach to Maplewood. And within that district, we also have the Central Business District, which runs from approximately Brant to Garden on Ford Road, and then Bach to Beechwood on Maplewood.
Okay.
And there's different ordinances that apply to the CBD, things along what businesses are allowed in that district. And for the most part, the DDA tries not to treat that any different, but you'll notice that there's a lot. The streetscape that was done several years back, that was confined mainly to the CBD district. So
how do you get your money?
We get our money, it's called tax increment financing. And what happens is when the DDA district was established, whatever the tax base was at that time is where we started. And as those property taxes went up, we get a certain percentage of those.
Okay.
Which also stands to reason when those taxes go down, our money
Your
goes
revenue,
down
yeah.
also.
Yeah.
We collect a certain amount from different millages, from Wayne County Jail, from Schoolcraft College.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
the public schools are exempt. And saying that, I wanted to point out, too, that when you look at our district on Middle Belt, when you get to the senior towers, the district actually goes around the senior towers because they are federally subsidized.
Okay. So they're
apartment
not
complex.
included in that then.
Correct.
So then this millage that Schoolcraft is asking for, does that concern you at all?
You know, Carrie, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure yet.
Okay.
I just started looking at that,
Yeah.
and I would say most likely
Yeah.
it will.
So with that money, you do several things. You sponsor, I know, a lot of events. You sponsor, we'll get into the events. But you also give loans, right? Business loans?
We do. We give
For-
facade loans. We give parking lot loans and also sign grants.
And that's real, like, low interest or?
It's very low interest. What we do, we'll go up to 30, as long as we have it in our budget. I
Yeah,
wanna
right.
Put that out there
right,
first.
Exactly.
For the facade loans, we go up to $35,000 per address.
Oh, wow.
And
That's pretty good.
that is at a 0.5%. It's interest, or there are no payments for the first 3 years. Then after that, it's 0.5% above prime. It's a
Wow.
10-year loan.
So that's real reasonable for
It's
them.
a very good program for the businesses.
Are a lot of them taking advantage of that, or would you say?
We've had a couple of inquiries this
I know
year.
they had like a spurt there for a while where Barsamian did their dentist, the front and all that. Was that part of it now? Part of that money?
Yes.
You know, when they put all the new fronts
Yep,
on.
Dr.
and-
Boland, Boland Florist, used it
Boland.
for his 3 buildings right there. I believe that
Andrews.
Lynn Bloom State Farm Insurance has used
Oh,
that
yeah.
program.
Yeah, they did a real good job there, too.
Yeah, we've had a lot, the Dairy Queen, over the years.
All right, you know, I also have to give some props to Teresa Manuel. She was hired as your assistant back in October of last year. Well, she's been there almost a year now, eh?
Yeah, we're coming up on a
Holy
year.
cow, where's this time going? Man, oh man. I know the GCBA has had several opportunities to work with her, and she does do a great job, doesn't she?
She does. Teresa's been a godsend.
Really helped you out. I know you were
Absolutely.
really buried with a lot of stuff there.
And she comments quite often how lucky she is to be being paid for a job that she loves to do. And she was actually doing a lot of this as a volunteer before for us.
Oh, okay.
So
Now she can be compensated to do
now
it.
we've hired her, and she's doing a terrific job with
She
our
really
events.
does love it. I mean, you can tell she really gets into it. So, as you do.
It shows. It does show, too.
All right, so
Teresa's
let's.
also a resident of Garden City.
Oh,
so-
that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Teresa, they're real active in the community, too. Both her and her husband, Daryl. So let's get probably 2 of the most asked questions in the community out of the way. The first one, and I know you know what they are, the status on the McDonald's. Is it going to happen? When? Any idea? You want to comment on that? Or would you rather take the 5th?
Well, there's really not a whole lot to say.
Okay.
I know that our city manager, Bob Murray, has been in contact with them again.
Is it basically in their court now?
Yes.
McDonald's, would you say?
Yes.
The city's pretty much out of it now. I mean, as far as
The last
waiting.
time, the last time they came before the Planning Commission, it was very favorable. It was very positive.
Okay.
It was a great meeting. Both sides, the city and McDonald's, had really compromised and come together on this project. And then it just kind of
Stalled.
Yeah, it stalled. So I like I said, I do know that City Manager Murray has been in contact with McDonald's. I cannot say for certain that it's going to happen, but everybody cross their fingers and hope so.
Now, McDonald's is in your district. Does that affect the DDA in any respect as far as, are they using any of your money for any of their, or is it strictly?
They will not be using any DDA funds.
Okay, good. And the second one is, do we know what's happening in front of Kmart's where the old Penske building was tore down yet? Any idea there?
Nothing factual.
Please tell me not an auto parts store.
Well, the rumor was at first that is
Oh
what it
my
was going
God,
to be.
we don't need it, do we?
They've got it tore down though, and the last thing was that they were going to build 2 new retail properties, buildings on that property.
Okay.
There's nothing out there
concrete.
for sure. Once they got the old Penske building torn down, they found there were some environmental issues on the property. So
Yeah, because they're still
starting to
digging
deal
over there, I
with
see,
that.
yeah. Yeah, it's all fenced in and everything, so. Well, it's nice there's some movement there anyway. And then, this wasn't on here, but Kmart's, do we know anything about Kmart's? I know their long-term lease was up, the 50-year lease or whatever. Anything
And
there?
we've heard that too, but nothing else.
Yeah. Okay.
Kmart tends to be very tight-lipped about.
Very private.
Yes.
They don't let much out until the last minute, which a lot of those big box stores do. Kroger's, all of them, I'd imagine. I see Kroger's, there's one in Wayne going to be closing.
Oh, really?
The Kroger's in Wayne, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's not good. Any other new businesses that you know of that you want to share with us that are coming?
We're getting a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yay. I know the police is...
Something I don't need, but it'll be nice for the city.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the old Rallies lot next to Kentucky Fried Chicken at Ford Road in Harrison.
Okay, so
We'll
that's
be seeing
coming.
a Dunkin' Donuts. We've had a little bit of interest in the old post office on Middle Belt that used to be Pandemonium.
Yeah. That's a nice building there.
It is very nice.
I
The
went
gentleman
down
that
and
owns
looked.
it takes really good care
Really
of it.
takes good care of it. Very, very nice. Well, it'd be
So
nice to get
he's
that
working
occupied.
on something, and I can't really say what it is, but
Yeah.
he's
Okay, so there's
in the
movement
works.
there. That's good. Yeah, it takes time. It takes time for these things, don't it? I mean,
Yes, it
people think
does.
this just happens overnight, and that CBS store would be nice to get occupied too. That's a nice building.
absolutely.
Yeah. What, Mike?
Well, the thing is that people would like to see action as soon as possible, but they don't realize that the city has no control over what these various corporations are going to eventually decide to do. If they want to move immediately, they will. If they want to wait and evaluate, they will. If they decide, gee, we don't think we're going to do this after all, they won't.
Yeah.
And
correct.
there's not much we can do once it's in their corporate headquarters for the next decision.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The corporations, man, they can hold everything up, drag their feet.
Well, and this is how we end up with a empty lot at the corner of our busiest intersection.
Yes, exactly. Somebody's on the phone. Who is this on the phone? Hello?
Hello, Randy Walker.
Randy Walker, what's up?
I'm in Beckley, West Virginia, headed to South Carolina.
Oh, you're on the road.
How's the weather down there?
Road.
How's the weather?
It's dry right now.
Yeah. Did you get my text? They changed the Michigan time.
Yeah, it's till 12 noon. Yep.
Yeah. So you had it set to
I just
record
wanted
at
to call
8.
in so you could get somebody from West Virginia.
Uh-huh. Not
I just wanted to
often.
call in so I tell you we can hear you all the way in West Virginia.
That's right. That's
So is
right.
Notre Dame and Clemson still scheduled as as you had planned?
Well, it's my son's birthday. He's a big Notre Dame fan, so I'm taking him down here for a road game.
That's cool.
They're playing Clemson, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep,
And you'll be the only one there in your Michigan jersey.
that's right. Hang on a minute. I gotta pay a toll here.
Uh-oh. We don't want to hold you up.
All right, I'm through the toll booth.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't want
Blow by
to
blow.
hold the show up. I just wanted to call in,
Yeah.
tell you we can hear you down here in West Virginia.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks for calling in. And Kim says hi. Mike says hi. Jeff's here, too.
All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right. See you. Thanks. Have a safe trip.
Go Blue.
Okay. Yeah, go blue. All right, Mayor Randy Walker on the road in West Virginia. How about that? Live. Okay, let's move on and get to the events. The chili cook-off. A lot going on this year. You want to fill us in on that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Well, for starters, it's on Saturday, the 10th of October.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start out. We'll have Pete Santu from our Santu family over at Santu Funeral Home.
Mm-hmm.
He's supplying us with a farm wagon and a tractor, and he'll be giving rides.
That was awesome. Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
We offer rides to anybody that wants to go down and visit our fire station open house. It's held at the same time, 11 to 3.
Yeah.
So we'll start with those. Everything for the kids is free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
The chili cooking will take place starting around 8 o'clock in the morning. The teams will get there. Right now, we have a restaurant category and also an amateur category. The restaurant was added this year. It's something new.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have 6 restaurants
Okay, good.
and quite a few amateur teams. So we're looking today at right around, I believe it was 26 teams that are cooking this year, which is a
Wow.
record for us.
So they might not run out of chili with that many, huh?
Well,
That's always been a concern, you know.
it is. Every year we run out of
It's
chili.
tough. It's hard. I mean, you know, you get more people and you ask them to make more chili, but it's expensive for a lot of these guys to do
It
this.
is, and we recommend to the teams to go out and find somebody to sponsor them.
Yeah.
We had a young lady come in today that had approached the Boy Scout Troop 1241,
Mm-hmm.
and they're supplying her with everything she needs, and they're
Oh, wow.
sponsoring her for the cost of the chili. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's a
That's
great
nice.
way to do it.
And, of course, there is money involved, prize money, right?
There is prize money. We have, for each restaurant and amateur category, we'll have first, second, and third place.
Mm-hmm.
We've got first and second People's Choice, and we've also got Best Table Theme Awards.
Okay, cool.
So there's a lot of awards for, and trophies along with cash prize.
Now, in order for them to enter, they have to, how many gallons of chili do they have to make? Is there a minimum?
The amateur teams have to make a minimum of 7 gallons.
7, okay.
It's a $25 fee to enter, but this year
Uh-huh.
we decided
Mrs. Chat's here. All right, we got a full house here tonight, folks. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay. This year, though, to try to help the teams with the additional couple gallons of chili that we've asked them to make, we'll give them back that $25 entry fee at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they leave a clean area, stuff like that.
Right.
Now, the restaurant teams, we're asking them to contribute a $50 gift certificate that we can use as a prize, and also to make 15 gallons.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a
So-
good amount. Well, hopefully we won't run out. I mean, that's another, that's the big question. You know, I see it all the time on Facebook. Well, what are you going to do?
Well, exactly, and we hear it a lot after the cook-off. I got there at 3 o'clock and there was no chili left.
But there is going to be other food available.
There's other food where we'll have ribs, pulled pork, hot dogs. I believe Project Grad is going to be there doing walking tacos. We've got the Palm Squad from Garden City High School. They're going to do pizza.
Mm-hmm,
So there's a lot of extra food there, a lot of snacks.
Big
stuff
variety.
Like that. We've got a young lady that's coming that makes dog ears.
Yes.
What are dog ears? Well, they're elephant ears, only downsized, and she
I
calls
thought
them
that was
dog
cool.
ears. I
that
did
was
too. I
cool.
thought that
I've
was
never
great.
heard of that. Never heard of that. That's awesome. Awesome.
So,
And then-
but in addition to everything else, we'll have our beer tent,
Yeah.
which is always a big hit.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to add some hard cider to the menu this year. We will have entertainment by
Entertainment.
Fast Eddie, the Fast Eddie Band. A lot of stuff. We've got SoCal is letting us use their bounce house again.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a petting zoo there. Chamberlain Pony Rides. They're bringing a petting zoo. Not sure what animals are going to be there yet. And some of the teachers from Merriman or Memorial Elementary School will be having a lot of children's crafts. So we've got a whole children's area set up for them. And we also have our hot rod show.
Oh, yeah, that's big, too.
That's big. Last
How many
year we
cars
had,
you figure?
Well, last year we were turning away cars, and we had over 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a good showing on the cars, and if the weather holds, we should
Now,
have that again this year.
Something a little different on parking this year. You're going to have a shuttle? Is that what I heard?
Absolutely.
That's huge, huge, let me tell you.
Well, Councilwoman Pam King, she's the liaison with Lincoln Transit. She went to them and asked them if it was possible for them to supply us with a couple of buses. They said absolutely.
Wow.
So we're going to offer parking at the high school, Garden City High School on Middle Belt, and there'll be shuttles running continuously. We're really hoping to lessen the negative impact that it has on the businesses in the Town Center Plaza with the parking, because it just gets jam-packed.
It
and there's
was
nowhere
a
to
real
park.
situation last year, and man, that's going to solve a lot of issues, I think, having that shuttle.
Yep.
Is Central going to be closed now?
Central will be closed
Okay.
just to the north of the parking lot for the miniature golf.
Okay.
So that they can continue to get traffic into their business.
And the
It'll be
miniature golf
closed
got
after that.
involved.
Miniature golf also got involved this year. They
Yeah, what
sure
has she
did.
done?
10 and under, it's free with a paid adult, and that'll be going on from 12 to 5 with all the other kids' activities. We've got a motorcycle show, Rick's Custom Cycle, puts that on for us. There'll be a lot of stuff.
And this is, how long is this?
This
chili
is
cook-off?
from noon till 5.
Noon to 5, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know you have something to talk
we're
about
going to
at
get into
5.
that. Yeah, we're going to get into that. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, we mentioned the fire department open house. That's always a big hit too. The garden club's going to have a bake sale there, I believe.
Are you doing a live show from the fire department open house?
No, canceled this year.
Okay.
Yeah, just
When you did
too
the
much
50th
other stuff.
anniversary one, you did.
Yeah, I've done the last 3 years there, so. But this year's going to be a little different. Let's see. Judges. Who are the judges for the chili cook-off? You want to name them? Do we know?
For the amateur chili, we've got pretty much the same panel we've used the last few years, and we update it. So we have Garden City Mayor Randy Walker. We have State Representative Julie Plawecki.
Okay.
Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, State Senator David Kniezek, and our wonderful Police Chief City Manager Bob Murray.
Awesome.
Then on the restaurant side, we haven't completed that panel yet.
Yeah, how's that going to work now? You're looking for...
We're just kind of going out and,
okay.
and our new school superintendent, Derek Fisher,
Okay.
has been approached. I'm waiting for him to verify that he'll be able to do that. We've got a couple of residents that have expressed interest and thought this was a good way to get them involved. So.
Okay. Well, I'm always available.
Are you available, Carrie?
Yeah, I'm available. I was one year and did it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
Are you available to taste chili, Carrie?
Yes, I'm available to taste chili. Mike.
Okay, you know what? You want a spot, you got it on that judging panel.
Oh, well, thank you. Just remind me. All right, so we have that covered. All right. Any other things you wanted to cover before we move on?
Well, just real quick, because there's still a little ways in the future. But
Okay.
on November 28th, after the Santa Land Parade,
Yeah.
we also do our event in the farmers market lot where the kids can come over and meet Santa. Usually the Star Wars Garrison comes over and hangs with us for a
Yeah, that's
while.
awesome. Yeah.
The parade awards are also presented at that time. So it's nice. Santa gives them a little gift, and they
People can just hang out there a little bit. And,
come and see Santa. And then the Monday right after that, which will be November 31st this year, will be our tree lighting ceremony. And this year we actually grew the tree.
Oh.
It grew 4 feet in 1 year.
Did it
So,
really?
yeah.
Wow, that's some great fertilizer.
And that would be a great place for you to do a live show from.
Yeah, it would. Pretty cold, though.
That Monday will be November 31st.
There is no 31st of November, by the way.
Uh-oh.
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
Okay.
Yeah, December
What's
1st or 30th. Monday's the 30th.
I meant the
November.
30th. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I wrote it down, and I still wrote the wrong date down.
Hey, you got a lot of dates you got to remember. That's for sure. Okay.
Yeah, so it's always, the tree lighting ceremony is
That's a cool
always the
event, too.
Monday right after the parade.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's an easy way to remember. Pardon me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes they still meet.
Yeah.
Because we try to
Early
do it
enough.
as soon as it gets dark,
Yeah.
6:30ish, and then they can still run down there.
Okay. All right. Randy's gone, so we won't know. Randy called in from West Virginia on the road.
I gave him the number.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. All right. So,
Yeah, city council is kind of open. I got meetings scheduled for every Tuesday in November except the 2nd.
Tuesday.
But I don't think or every Monday, but I don't think they're planning on actually having all those meetings.
yeah, I know they do. They kind of
Part depends on how soon the county can verify the results
Yeah.
of the election,
True.
because that's not in our control anymore. So
Yeah, we got an election there,
We
too,
can't-
coming up.
we can't swear in the new council members on the Monday after the election if the county hasn't certified the results yet.
Yeah, they've changed that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right. Well, some other events now. Let's get on to that. And you had mentioned after the you're partnering with me, the Garden City Business Alliance, our Garden City Business Alliance. For those that don't know, I'm the president of the Garden City Business Alliance, so I don't know. I tried to hide it on this show, but it's hard. But anyway, we're doing an afterburn right after the chili cook-off, 5 o'clock or 5:30. No, 5 to 9.
5 to 9.
And we're going to have Bonnie and the working girls there as the entertainment. They were at the Autos for Autism. They did a good job.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And we're going to have food there, too, available. And I believe Janet is going to do the dog ears. I
Yes.
think she's going to.
She's going to do pizza
continue.
and dog ears at that point.
Yep, yep. Fresh pizza made as you wait. I can't wait to try that.
And of course, the beer will still be
The
there.
beer will be there, yeah. And I said partnering with you again. That's awesome. You guys are doing a great job. Really appreciate it. And then we're going to be doing a trunk or treat, and that's really blowing up. That's over 700 families already. I can't believe it. You know, I don't know if somebody boosted that or what, but, I mean, there's people from Ontario that have been asking about it, and I'm going, you know, we're in Garden City, Michigan. Oh, okay. You know, I don't know if they're coming or not, but
Right.
there's over 700 people coming. So, but that's really cool. We got about, last count, 37 cars, I think, are going to be entered and decorating.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good night.
Yeah. Once again, the weather. Tom, you got to come through with the weather. And that is October 29th.
9th.
Yeah.
That's a Thursday evening from 5
That's
to
a
7.
Thursday. Yeah. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing, I don't know if we're going to be doing our show Thursday or maybe we'll do it Wednesday, the day before. I don't know. We'll see. But I haven't determined that yet. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So any businesses that are interested, you know, this is a great way for them to promote themselves, you know, get their name out there.
Oh, absolutely.
I know we have Certified Home Improvement is doing 2 trucks. They're going to have 2 trucks in there. And I
They're
think
going to need it to hold all that candy for all those 700
exactly,
families.
exactly. It's a lot of stuff. I miss anything, dear? I think I covered that, right? And then the Santaland Parade, you guys are still sponsoring that, the major sponsor, right?
We are. The DDA is, once again, the title sponsor of the Santaland Parade.
And right after that, after the parade thing, we're going to do the Holiday Craft and Business Expo, I believe, at the Moose.
It's over at the Moose. That'll start at noon and I believe run until 4 o'clock.
Yep, noon to 4. Yep. So, hey, a lot of stuff going on.
There is. We've got a lot going on.
Mention John Stained Glass Sports.
Oh, yeah, John Shelton. John Shelton is going to be doing stained glass over there. He got a table already, so he's eager. And who else? Anybody else?
No, it's just English D for the time.
I know Kelly's handling. She's chairing that, so that alleviates some of the pressure on us. But what about plans for next year now? Anything in the works for that? I know you still have your Lucky Squirrel and
Still doing the
and
Lucky
the flea-
Squirrel,
flea
the Flea
circus.
Circus. The Flea Circus is always a big hit, and
that's getting pretty big. That's getting as big as a chili cook-off almost.
well,
It's big.
it's getting much more popular. And the way I always look at it, though, is if one animal gets adopted from that event,
Yes.
it was a success.
Yep.
Last
We're
year-
big dog lovers,
Yeah.
animal lovers.
The last
so-
couple of years, we've had quite a few adoptions because of that event. So it is. It's a lot of fun. We're also looking at just possibly next year, nothing's cemented yet, having some sort of barbecue, either just a barbecue or a barbecue cook-off type
Oh, yeah?
street dining.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of a different idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've thought about it
Keep
for a
us
couple
posted on
years,
that.
and
I like that.
yeah, maybe just
Something
a
different.
fundraiser for either one of the charities in the community, or
Plymouth canceled their chili cook-off.
they did. They outright canceled the whole
No.
thing.
What does that mean for you guys? Did you get any of their people or any of their chili guys cooking? or-
We did not get any of their chili teams. I tried.
Wow.
We did not get any, as of today, we did not have any yet. I think if the weather's good here in Garden City on the 10th, we're going to get an awful lot of their disappointed patrons,
think
though,
so.
that
I
are
think
they're
you're
going
gonna
to be coming to
slammed.
Garden City. Yeah. We had a special request the other day.
Yeah, I
for,
forgot about that.
some reserved parking.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
so
we got a lot of parking at the high school, so they're going to keep them buses running, that's for sure. All right. Mike, anything else you got?
Well, I would assume that based on the success this year, that you'll be bringing back the Taste Fest again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Taste Fest for sure. That was really a huge success, wasn't it?
it was. I've had several people say we should do it twice a year.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it starts to
May.
it starts to lose the charm when you do it more often. I think people really
I
look
agree.
forward to it when it's once a year.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. You know, I had people say skip a year, too, but I don't know. I think I had more people say do it once a year.
Mike says don't skip a year.
Yeah.
No.
Don't skip it.
Once
Yeah,
you
he
skip a
enjoyed
year,
it.
then people get out of the habit. No.
It was certainly a lot of fun, though. And, we had someone come from as far away as Ionia, Michigan.
Yes. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, and somebody else, too. What was the other one? Wasn't
Was
there
it
another?
Stockbridge, I think?
Yeah,
Was it
Stockbridge.
Someone here with,
Cheryl Guck, yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to Cheryl Guck if you're listening.
That was my mom that came from Ionia.
Yeah. Cheryl Guck is in the garden club, so she lives out there in Stockbridge. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that and looking forward to doing other things, with you and without you, or,
Well, we hope to partner with the GCBA as often as possible. And all these smart people getting together and thinking up, brainstorming these ideas. We're gonna have a lot to offer.
It's really good for the community, though.
Yeah,
it
these are
really brings them.
Great events when you get so many members of the community coming out and doing something together. It really.
I was looking at some of the people that said they're coming to the trunk or treat, and it's like Canton, Westland, Livonia.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be bringing in a lot of people from other communities, so I think it's a great thing, and I just hope the businesses take advantage of it. I really do, because, boy.
Yeah, it's an opportunity
Potential
just sitting there
customers.
for them. Absolutely.
Yep. So anything else you want to cover?
Well, you know what? Real quick, I would like to put my other hat on for 2 seconds.
Sure.
And let everyone know that the Goodfellows Helpline
Right.
opened. So if you are in need of some assistance this Christmas for your children, or if you know someone who is in need, you can call 734-679-7838. It's a recording. It'll ask you for certain information. We'll get that information, and then an application is sent out.
Awesome. How many families did you do last year, was it?
Family count, I'm not sure. We did somewhere around 300 children.
Or, yeah, children, right. Wow.
Yeah, and we try to help the family a little bit, too, with some extra gift cards for Kroger so that they can have a nice Christmas dinner.
Yeah,
But our main focus, obviously, is helping the children have a Christmas.
You guys do great work, for sure.
Now, and they investigate all of these applications to determine that they really are qualified and in need, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You guys do the research.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Are they going to be able to have a newspaper sale?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Who's going to print it? Do you have a printer?
Well, Cheryl Laban and Aaron Valmont, who both used to work for the Observer. They have worked with us on the paper for the last several years. They've kind of come through for us. We have a printer in Ann Arbor, I believe, that's willing to print these. They will not be the papers of our past. They're going to be very downsized.
Okay.
We're still working on kind of all the, the details on this. It won't look like the papers from the past. Hopefully next year we can go back to that. But this was kind of it was kind of dropped on us really at the last minute that the Observer wouldn't be able to do our paper for us this year.
And
that's tradition.
That's your big deal, though.
That is our
paper.
largest fundraiser that sees us through to help these children every year.
Well, let's
You're
hope
still
that.
taking ads for the newspapers from organizations like the Kiwanis and what have you?
We
Oh,
will.
yeah,
They may not.
advertisement,
They may not. And this is one of the details that's getting worked out. It may be more of a donation where we're acknowledging them.
Oh, okay.
And not
So, like, just
necessarily
maybe
an ad.
Put their name in there or something. Give them some kind of recognition, but
Right.
downsize of them.
And I am completely confident that this community will come through
Oh.
as it does every
yeah.
single year.
Absolutely.
And we'll be fine.
Now, if somebody wants to do a donation or like a sponsorship, they call this number too, or
They can call that number, yeah, absolutely,
Somebody
and leave a
get
message,
get
and
back
we'll
with
get
them.
back with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
We also have a Facebook page,
Oh,
Garden
okay.
City Goodfellows.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I think we covered a lot.
I think so, too.
I'll probably think of something after you leave. Jeff, thanks for coming. Always good to see you, man.
Distribution will be like the Sunday before Christmas typically, isn't that what it is?
Yeah, do you know the date of that yet?
We each year we choose the date, but normally it's around the end of the first week of December, like the 9th or 10th. I'm not
okay.
sure what the date would be this year.
Okay.
We try to give the parents a couple of weeks because unlike some of the area Goodfellows, we don't go out and purchase the toys or the gifts for the children. We feel that, and I as a parent would feel this way, that I know my children the best, and I would want to go out shopping for them, and it makes the parents feel a little better too that they're able to do this
Yeah,
and
yeah,
do,
like they're
Yeah.
right.
involved.
So they're given gift cards.
It gives them a little more respect with the kids and so forth. They don't feel
Right.
like they're depending on somebody else, and the parents
Right,
can't
and
take
it-
care of them and what have you.
And this is just
Right.
our
Good to give the
community,
parents a
Garden City.
support.
This is just Garden
Just our
City. You
kids?
have to be a Garden City resident to qualify.
Wow, I like
That's one
that.
of our big
It's awesome.
requirements.
Yeah, the money's kept here too.
Oh, with their gift cards that we give them, yeah, they're from
okay.
Kmart and Kroger.
Oh, see, that's good too. So that's helping the businesses too. Everybody, it's a win-win.
Yep, yep.
Can't beat it.
It works out, and both of those stores are really good to us. Letting us sell the papers in
Yep.
the lobbies and
Yep.
working with us on those gift cards because, boy, I'm sure that's kind of a pain when I call them and tell them that I need that many gift cards.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they don't mind. This is a giving community, that's for sure.
It is. Every
really-
year since
It's amazing.
my husband and I started, when we joined in with this, I mean, the Goodfellows has been going on since Garden City Goodfellows was started, I believe, in 1963 is when.
Wow. Long time.
So, it's been quite a long time. And we still have Harold Borowicki is still on the committee, and he was on it at the very get-go.
Wow. One
So-
of the originals.
52 years. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but every year the community comes through for us.
Yeah,
every
they're
year.
awesome. They really are. And speaking of the residents, if a resident wanted to help the DDA on any of these events, can they just contact you? What's the number?
Oh, they sure can.
Because I
and
know
we wish
you're
they
always
would.
looking. I know you're always looking for volunteers. So, and what's the number?
The office number is 734-261-2830. Or they can always send me an email at kim@downtowngardencity.com.
I have that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
I'd love to have people.
Hey, any residents, man, get involved. Makes you just feel good. I don't know. It's just. I never thought I'd be this involved. Believe me, in the community. I mean, I was always bitching about everything, and now I just do it.
Yeah, we've got designated bitches we don't need to carry.
Well, no, I would come home and bitch to the wife after work about, geez, oh, Pete, why they do this, But now it's all good. So
I tell people all the time, is volunteering. Part of volunteering to me it's a selfish act to some degree, because
You get a lot more out of it than
you do.
Yep.
You do. It makes your
Absolutely.
heart feel good when you can help.
it does. It really does. And we'll talk about it later, just like the Make a Senior Smile, just something like that. I mean, it just makes you feel good. Be involved in
It
that.
does.
A lot of things to get involved in Garden City. So, all right. Well, look, if we covered everything, I want to thank you for coming by and coming
thanks.
on.
It was fun.
And
I'd like to come
anytime,
back.
you're always welcome. And finally, we got you on here. I was happy. Jeff, thanks for coming too. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I know you guys are probably tired and probably want to get going. So
they should be full because they came to the Kiwanis Inaugural Banquet, and we
I heard.
We all pretty much picked
let's
out
talk
there.
about that for a couple
I am
minutes
full.
here.
I couldn't eat all my dessert.
Let's talk about that for a couple minutes. How'd it go? Went good?
Yeah, I think we had almost 40 people there, probably.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was real good. Veronica's Catering. Let me do a plug
Oh
for
yeah,
them.
they do a good job.
Did
Yeah.
a good job as always.
Yeah.
It's
A
delicious.
couple of our members did some hors d'oeuvres.
So James is now in as the president.
James is now the president. It's his gavel to protect.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't lose that.
Yeah.
That's big bucks to lose. All right. Well, super. Well, thank
all
you.
right.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you again for asking me on.
All right. You can hang around if you want, or if you have to leave. I know you want.
It's been a long day.
All right.
So I said I think this is the fourth night that it's going to be 9 o'clock before I get home. So
All right, Kim.
thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
And
And
come
is-
back anytime.
is Tom still on?
Tom is in the chat room, but he hears you.
No rain on October 10th, Tom.
Yeah, Tom. And the trunk or treat, 29th.
The 29th.
Yes.
That's right. Or the
Oh.
parade date. I mean, we've got a lot of requests for you, Tom, so you need to stay on top
Yeah,
of this.
you're going to be busy, Tom.
Try to keep these Saturdays dry, will you?
All right, cool.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you again. Take care. You guys know how to get out, right? Cheryl's down there anyway. She'll probably want to talk to you. Yeah. Yeah, they get warm. All right, let's get to Mike now and see what announcements he has. We covered quite a few, but he's got a few for tonight. So go ahead, Mike. What do you got?
Okay, let's start out with the Halloween party. The Senior Center is putting that on at Maplewood Community Center on October 23rd from 12 to 3. $10 a person, 50-50 raffle, prizes for first, second, and third best costume design. Not sure whether Mr. Smarty Pants is going to be entered again this year, but we'll have to wait and see.
He might.
You can call 734-793-1878 or 734-793-1856. The Garden City Public Library offers drop-in computer tutoring every Tuesday from 10 to 2. If you need to brush up on your basics, come in and take advantage of this great resource. Library is located at 31735 Maplewood Street in Garden City. For more information, call 734-793-1830. And the Garden City Police Department has a box in the lobby to collect and properly dispose of potentially dangerous medicines which are no longer needed. It's a free service. Residents can drop by and get rid of their old or outdated prescriptions.
Yeah, don't flush them.
No, please don't need them in. We don't need them in the water system.
No.
Let's dispose of those properly.
Yep.
There's an estate planning workshop being offered at Joy Manor Banquets and Catering, 28999 Joy Road in Westland on Tuesday, October 6th at 9:30 a.m. The estate planning company will be talking about how your heirs can avoid probate, how you can protect your loved ones if you become incapacitated and need a guardian, how do you keep your financial assets safe, how your heirs can take over your home immediately at your passing, and how do you make sure that you're not overpaying on taxes. I'm sure they'll talk about things like living trusts. That's usually one of the options that's discussed.
Yeah.
Friends of the Garden City Public Library are having a used book sale October 12th through 14th. Monday from 9 to 8, Tuesday from 9 to 8, Wednesday from 9 to 8. The last day sale will be books by the bag for only $5. Garden City Public Library and the Maplewood Family Resource Center at 31735 Maplewood. Use the Balmoral lot, west of Merriman, between Ford and Warren. Call 793-1830 for information. There will be a Veterans Pinning Ceremony on November 4th at the Maplewood Senior Center. This will be at 6 o'clock p.m. All veterans are welcomed. You're going to honor all the veterans that get in contact with them. So if you're a veteran or you know of a veteran, please give them a call.
Yeah.
Sheila Saluski by October 28th at 734-793-1870. There will be a light dinner consisting of subs, chips, and beverages provided. But it'd be nice to have the pinning ceremony and recognize those people who've given and served so much for our country.
Yep.
One of our favorites, calling all volunteers, make a Senior Smile Day.
Yeah.
November 7th from 8 a.m. to noon. Join us for the third annual Make a Senior Smile Day. Help us rake the lawn of a local senior in need. Last year's event was a success, and we hope to have a similar turnout volunteer this year. Event will begin at 8 o'clock at the Maplewood Center in Garden City with a continental breakfast. Volunteers will then go to their designated homes. Everyone will then return to the Maplewood Center around noon for lunch. If you wish to volunteer or if you have any questions, please contact the office of Commissioner LeBlanc. Telephone number is 313-224-8855 or email District 12, that's District 12, at waynecounty.com. If you've got an extra rake that you can bring, they have some that will be provided, but they can always use more rakes. So if you've got a rake that you can bring to use, please do so.
Yeah, Lowe's is a real big sponsor of that.
Lowe's is great.
They're awesome.
They give us bags, they give us rakes. And
yep.
Give
them a shout out.
Shout out for what they do for the community and the seniors.
Yep.
And Carrie's already talked about the Holiday Crafts and Business Expo.
Yeah.
Join Garden City businesses, crafters, and home-based businesses at the first ever Craft Show and Business Expo following the Garden City Santaland Parade, Saturday, November 28th from 12 to 4. It is also Small Business Saturday, so they're promoting Shop Your Community. Get your holiday shopping off to a fun and enjoyable afternoon with local businesses, crafters, and home-based businesses helping you with one-stop shopping. Lunch will be available too. Table space is $10. You got to bring your own table. Sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance and the DDA. Contact Kelly at 734-266-0565. And that's all I have tonight, Carrie.
Yeah, that's our that's very first one of those expos, and I think they're up to like 22 crafters and businesses. So yeah, they're going to go quick. So you want to get your orders in, reserve them tables. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
All right, I just want to remind residents that the next city council meeting has been changed from October 5th to October 12th at 7 p.m. in the council chamber located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. So mark your calendars, October 12th, next meeting. They urge all residents to attend. Are you a business owner, citizen, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gcbiz, that's B-I-Z, 48135.org, or go to their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance, where you'll find all the information you'll need to become a member. You can also call 734-788-9319. Or better yet, why not come to their next meeting, February the 9th, 6 p.m., and it's going to be hosted by the Michigan Massage Professionals. They are fairly new members, located at 6755 Merriman Road in Garden City. Bring your ideas and business cards because networking is what it's all about. So why not consider joining the GCBA and be a part of moving our business community forward? And the best part is it is free right now, so come on and join. Okay, before we sign off tonight, last week I failed to mention the contact info for the Summer Winds Farm Sanctuary, and also for council candidate Mark Jacobs. If you wanted to visit the sanctuary or make a donation, please call 810-378-4991, or you can email them at swfarms@greatlakes.net. And also, council candidate who was with us last week, Mark Jacobs, if you would like to contact him for a sign or any other information, the number to call is 734-552-9569, or email him at majacobs, Jacobs 3, the number 3, at hotmail.com. I just like to make sure that I say what I'm going to do. All right, well, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank our guest for tonight, DDA Executive Director Kim Dole, for coming on and enlightening us with information about the DDA and all they do. And thanks to my co-hosts, Tom and Mike. Great job, as always. Kim did a good job.
Yes, she did.
Covered a lot of stuff. She's doing a great job over there.
Yep.
Her and Teresa both worked their butts off. And thanks to everyone who will be downloading the show later, and to those that will be watching us on YouTube channel. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be made available at on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat shortly after we sign off tonight. And on our main show page at TalkShoe.com, call ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CommunityChatShow. Okay, don't forget, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopplerTomsWeather.com. It's got a great little website over there. And I just want to mention one more time, if you want to volunteer for any of these events with the DDA or the GCBA, give them a call at 734-261-2830, 734-261-2830. And also, if you'd like to help out the Goodfellows in any way, that number to call is 734-679-7838. Once again, thank you to Kim Dole. So on behalf of Richard, he who isn't here, Tom, and Mike, this is Kerry. Take care, and see you next week right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it. Goodbye. Ciao, Bella. See you next week. Take care.